All right. Welcome to the second day of the Seaside Highland Games. I'm so grateful to the Grahams for putting this together and all the different sponsors that make it possible for us to celebrate our special heritage. So, my name's Diane Ippel, and I'm going to start the program with a song that has some humor in it about King Henry and Anne Boleyn. Now in the Tower of London, largest life, the ghost of Anne Boleyn walks, I declare. Now Anne Boleyn was once King Henry's wife, though Henry had the headsman bob her hair. Oh yes, he did her wrong long years ago, and she comes back each night to tell him so. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. Now and then King Henry throws a spread for all his gals and pals, a ghostly crew. The headsman carves a joint and cuts the bread, till Anne Boleyn comes in to queer the dew. She waves her hat around with a wild war whoop, and Henry says, don't drop it in the soup. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. Now all the guards think that she's carrying in a rugby ball, so after supper they push the chairs and tables to the wall, and then they choose up sides and kick the queen around the hall, with her head tucked underneath her arm. With her head tucked underneath her arm, she walks the bloody tower. With her head tucked underneath her arm at the midnight hour. Thank you.
A friend of mine sings that song. I was like, oh, that's such a great song.
It's a wonderful song. Yeah. One of the rules of my performance costume is that I have pockets in my skirts, so I can put my auto harp picks in my pocket. So the second instrument that I'm going to play today is the hammer dulcimer. And the hammer dulcimer originated in the area of Persia about 2,000 years ago, and it is a grandfather of all of our keyboard instruments. So the harpsichord, the clavichord, the piano, and the virginal all came from the hammer dulcimer. Today is a very special day for a friend of mine who passed away recently. His memorial is today, and I would like to dedicate my performance day today to the memory of Neil Peck, who was one of the foremost supporters of dulcimer music in the Midwest. And so on that note, I will play something very beautiful. What am I going to put? Fall Creek Woodland Flowers, that's what I'll play. Thank you. This song has a chorus to it. It goes, Turinati, Fuldalati, Turinati, Fuldalee. And it's a story about the Randy Taylor. And you have to pay attention to whether it's the sailor or whether it's the tailor in the story part. There was a tarry sailor in London he did dwell. He had a lovely wife and she loved the tailor well. Turinati, Fuldalati, Turinati, Fuldalee. She said unto the tailor, this night you must visit me, for my husband's off to China to buy himself some tea. Turinati, Fuldalati, Turinati, Fuldalee. Well, they had not long been courting by the tolling of the clock. Come a bootin' at the doorway as loud as it could knock. Turinati, Fuldalati, Turinati, Fuldalee. Oh, where shall I run to? Oh, where shall I hide? In me husband's tea chest, close by to the bedside. Turinati, Fuldalati, Turinati, Fuldalee. Well, she has gone down the hallway and she's opened up the door. There stood her dirty husband and 9 sailors more. Turinati, Fuldalati, Turinati, Fuldalee. Well, she's opened up the door and she's given him such a kiss, saying, husband, dearest husband, what's the meaning of all this? Turinati, Fuldalati, Turinati, Fuldalee. Well, I have not come to harm you nor disturb you of your rest, but I cannot go to China without me big tea chest. Turinati, Fuldalati, Turinati, Fuldalee. 4 of these young sailor lads, they being both stout and strong, they hoisted up the tea chest and carried it along. Turinati, Fuldalati, Turinati, Fuldalee. Well, they had not gone far, but a mile outside the town, when the weight of that poor tailor, it made the sweat pour down. Turinati, Fuldalati, Turinati, Fuldalee. One of these young sailor lads, he says unto the rest, I wonder what the devil is a-kicking in the chest. Turinati, Fuldalati, Turinati, Fuldalee. Well, they've taken out the key and they've opened up the chest. There sat the Randy Taylor like a pigeon in his nest. Turinati, Fuldalati, Turinati, Fuldalee. Shall we take him off to China? Shall we trade him in for tea? Or leave him here in England for to raise a family? Turinati, Fuldalati, Turinati, Fuldalee. Well, they've taken him off to China and they've traded him for tea. He made a good supply for the whole ship's company. Turinati, Fuldalati, Turinati, Fuldalee. Now all you Randy Taylors, a lesson take from this. When you go a-courtin', never hide in a tea chest. Turinati, Fuldalati, Turinati, Fuldalee. Thank you. Well, my friend Weldon happens to be here front and center, and I want to say thank you so much for your support, for being my roadie and my lover and my friend, and I appreciate you very much. So I'd like to dedicate this next piece to you. It's called Orsavals, in honor of your Swedish heritage. Thank you very much. Okay, went to the causeway. Goodbye. Now, this auto harp that I'm playing was actually my mom's. When we were kids, it has little feet on the back. If you look up here, you can see the little feet on the back of it. And my mother would set it on the kitchen table, and the kitchen table would help to amplify the sound of the harp. So when she gave it to me, she said, "Diane, you're going to play this a lot more than I ever will," and I have actually done that. My mom is 90 years old today, and I just want to say thanks to her for giving me this instrument to play with and introducing another element of music into my life. So the song that I'm going to be playing is called Wait Till the Clouds Roll By, Jenny. It was written in 1881. My source for this is Kathy Barton and Dave Para. I first heard them perform this song, and I loved it so much that I asked if they would mind if I put it in my repertoire, and they did not mind. It also has a chorus, so if you feel like singing from wherever you are in the room, you can join in with your voice if you would like. So it's about a time wherein people, it's kind of hard for us to think about this now because we have cell phones and computers and ability to text each other, but there was a time when people would separate from each other and they didn't know what was happening. They didn't have even the Pony Express was faster than things were before, but this song is from a time period when people couldn't just easily call each other and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" Jenny, my own true loved one, I'm going far away, out on the boundary billows, out on the deep blue sea. My arms enfold you, my darling. Take courage, dear, never cry. Cheer up and don't be lonely. Wait till the clouds roll by. Wait till the clouds roll by, Jenny. Wait till the clouds roll by. Jenny, my own true loved one, wait till the clouds roll by. And Jenny, when far from thee, love, I'm on the ocean deep. Each thought of thee forever, love and sweet vigil keep. Then I will come for you, my darling. Take courage, dear, never cry. Cheer up and don't be lonely. Wait till the clouds roll by. Wait till the clouds roll by, Jenny. Wait till the clouds roll by. Jenny, my own true loved one, wait till the clouds roll by. Jenny, A star up above you shines in your lone window. Sparkles to say I love you out where the billows blow. My arms enfold you, my darling, whene'er you pine or cry. Cheer up and don't be lonely. Wait till the clouds roll by. Wait till the clouds roll by. Jenny, wait till the clouds roll by. Jenny, my own true loved one, wait till the clouds roll by. Thank you. One of my main influences as I was learning to play the hammered dulcimer is the fiddle community from Illinois, particularly Chirp Smith. And Bill Robinson was also one of my influences. Chirps is a fiddler, and Bill Robinson is a hammered dulcimer player. So this tune is called Fall Creek. It's actually an Illinois old-time tune from kind of the western edge of the state. And it's just so beautiful. It sounds like water falling. Thank you. I have a brand new tune that I'd like to share with you. Every once in a while, I'll get a melody that comes to me from my what I consider to be my higher musical power. So this one is called the Dancing Maypole Waltz, named by one of my kindergarten classes, and it is a pretty happy tune. So hopefully this will make you feel really happy. Thank you. The reason I like playing new stuff, original stuff, is kind of I know for sure you haven't heard it before. So if I have an original piece in a set, then I know that there's some brand new material you haven't heard yet. So I'd like to do one more song I'd like to do. This one is called Lowlands, and I learned it during my lifetime. I was fortunate enough in the Chicago area to be welcomed into both the Clunan family and the Malone family, who are, their families came over from Ireland. So I was able to have exposure to the kind of authentic way of playing and singing of Irish music. So this is the song that we would sing often in our sessions. And there are different versions of this, but basically what it is it's like a night visiting song. There are many different incarnations of the night visiting songs. And so if there's a case where a lover is lost, then sometimes the lover will come to the person in a dream. And so that's kind of the ilk that this is in. I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. I dreamed a dream the other night. Lowlands away. And then I saw my own true love. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. And then I saw my own true love. Lowlands away. The cold seaweed was in his hair. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. The cold seaweed was in his hair. Lowlands away. And then I knew my love was dead. Lowlands, lowlands away, my John. And then I knew my love was dead. Lowlands away. Can I do a very quick, short one? Can I do one tiny, short one? Okay. Since the Thomas Fire, I had decided that at the end of any music that I played, I would always end with Silent Night, because the last words of that are sleep in heavenly peace. So I want to send a blessing out to everyone who has been through that, and we're all beginning to recover and rebuild our lives. So this is for hope for everyone. And I would also like to thank Roger. Thank you so much for making us all sound so wonderful. I really appreciate you being here as well. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day today, and hope to get to see you sometime later in the day. Take care.